it's Oa and welcome back to my channel, and today is a bullet journal video. And today I am setting up my 2020 YouTube journal, and this is a minimalist setup, or as minimalist as I could. So I am setting up my YouTube journal, which is where I plan all of my YouTube videos and also where I do all of my minimalist videos. So I wanted to start by apologizing for my voice. If you couldn't tell already, I have a cold, so the quality of this voiceover is not the best, but I am trying my best. So this setup is green and beige theme. That's the color scheme I went for. I always wanted to use both of those colors together, and I never got around to actually doing it, but I did it with this setup, and we are already onto the key page. And if you're wondering what journal I use, it's a Dingbat notebook from the White Life collection, and I am using my Tombow markers for the dual brush ones for the colors, and my Faber Castel Pitt artist pens in different sizes for the black lettering. So for this key page, I just wrote key at the top and then my most used keys, which are really basic. I think anyone has kind of those. I just have like YouTube added to those. And now we are already onto the grid spacing cheat sheet. Sorry, it's hard to say. But basically that's a spread to gain some time when you're trying to figure out your third, fourth, or like the middle of the page. You basically just wrote the one that you use the most and then how many squares it takes to have those intervals. And I did the ones that I used pretty much all the time, so I can refer back to this journal whenever I need it. And because it's usually the one that I have next to me while I do other bullet journals, especially my own one, it's really useful to have it in this one. And it's actually my first year doing it, and I was just too tired of going back and counting squares every single time. So that's why this year I included this one, but obviously it's not a grade that everyone needs. And yeah, that's basically it for this spread. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but if you watched other of my videos, I have changed my setup to film, and I'm now using a ring light to have more consistent lighting while I film. So I hope the quality for you guys is much better, because I tried my best and I actually liked it a lot more because it was a lot easier to work with. So hopefully you guys liked it too. Tell me in the comments if it makes a difference or not, but for me it made a big difference. Anyway, back onto the setup. This is a birthday tracker, and it's my first time doing this layout, just because I always did artsy ones, and because this one is minimal, I decided to just do a box with 12 lines going down for the 12th month, and just a square on each side, on the side to put the name of the month, which are just alternated between the green, the beige, and some gray because I needed another color. And I just think it looks super neat, and honestly I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun using this one because it's a lot easier and more visually appealing than all the other ones I've done, because they were so hard to do. I didn't enjoy them as much. So I'm really happy with this one, and I just finished the spread by adding in black marker the name of the month, usually only adding the first 3 letters of the month just because it's a small square. And then the next spread I did, which is pretty usual in most bullet journals, is the year in pixel. I end up doing it pretty much every single year, and I don't really use it, so I don't know, I really want to do it because it's a really fun spread. For anyone who doesn't know, the principle of this spread is basically you have a column for each month, and then you have a line for each day for those months, which is why you will see in a minute at the bottom it's not straight because there is not all month with 31 days, but basically on the side I have a key. I made 2 different ones because I don't know what I want to use, but you can do how much stars you give to your day, and then you choose your colors, and then if let's say you had a 2-star day, then you go to that square corresponding to the date and you fill it in with that color. Or the other use that can be done is using it to track your mood throughout the whole year. Usually I have 2 of those because my journals usually last me only 6 months. So I have 2 ways of doing it. I usually do it the whole way through, and then I just end up recopying it in my second journal when it's a time to change journal. Not really the most effective way of doing it, but it has been working for me, and as I said, I usually forget to fill it in anyways. And here you can see what I was talking about with the end. I just basically only fill the one that go through the end of Now we are onto the goals page, and this one I actually found some inspiration on Pinterest for, so I will try and find it and put it on the screen, or you can go and check it out on my Pinterest account because it is pinned in my yearly setup folder, I think. Not sure about that. But basically it's just a box with 4 squares with a line at the bottom, one for a section for school, one for personal, one for YouTube, and one for other. And my goal for this year on YouTube would be to get 1,000 subscribers. That would be the dream. I already passed the 170 subscribers, which I thought my goal for this year was to get 100, so I exceeded that goal thanks to all of you guys. So I wanted to thank you all so much for this. I am mind blown that in a year we have grown so much, and I love you guys so much for everything. But back onto this setup. This is my future log. There's a lot of ways of doing it, but I decided to try this one. Sometimes I plan videos in advance with this. I have a content planner, but sometimes when I just have an idea and I think of when I can post it or film it or anything like that, I just add it to this calendar spread. And basically I just did a tiny calendar for each one of the month, which is a really tedious process. You can find stamps or print it, but I don't know, it's just kind of relaxing to do even with dyslexia. And basically I have one for each month of the year, and then I can color it in when there's a date where I want something particular, and have the same color on the side with what it is. And I also use that for school, and it's super effective. I love it. And I just added future log at the top, and then I did the same colors for the month. I didn't film it, but I did do the rest of the spreads for the end of the month. So for this, per page you have 3 months. Obviously there's 12 months for the year, but I decided not to record the second part, which is July through December, because it's super long and honestly it wouldn't be really interesting to watch me do this, so I decided not to record it. But yeah, that's basically the end of this yearly setup. There is still the close-ups of the spreads at the end, and there also is the last spread that I didn't show you guys when I did it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more. And don't forget to like this video, leave a comment if you have anything you want me to do. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!